includes the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology in fire protection, among others. Section 52, the same act also clearly defines the participation of local executives in the administration of the Philippine National Police as deputized representative of the National Police Commission in the respective territorial jurisdictions. By this act, provincial governors are tasked to oversee the provincial public safety plan implementation consisting of the respective integrated community safety plans from the cities and municipalities. By this act, city and municipal mayors exercise operational supervision and control over PNP units in the respective jurisdiction to mean as the power to direct, superintend, oversee, and inspect police units and forces. It also includes the power to employ and deploy units or elements of the PNP through the station commander to ensure public safety and effective maintenance of peace and order within their locality. Section 52 of the same act, however, provides for the suspension of operational control and supervision of any local executive over police units assigned or stationed in its jurisdiction by the President upon consultation with the provincial governor and congressman concerned for any of the following grounds. A, frequent authorized absences. B, abuse of authority. C, providing material support to criminal elements. Or D, engaging in acts inimical to national security or which negates the effectiveness of the peace and order campaign. Power is restored to the local executive by the President upon good cause shown, motu proprio, or upon the recommendation by the National Police Commission. Madam Speaker, distinguished colleagues, these are well-established policies for those who are at the helm of local governments, either as governor or mayor, be it a city or municipality, who tell us that fulfilling the spirit and intent of Republic Act 6975 is not a walk in the park, so to speak. And in cases where the power of the local executives to supervise and exercise control on PNP elements and police operations are suspended, does it mean that the provincial, city, and municipal police directors are now on their own? At the time when intensive police operations against lawlessness are ongoing in a particular jurisdiction, where the local executive's power to supervise and exercise control over PNP units is suspended, from whom does police directors look for personnel, resources, and other logistic support? Having excluded the local chief executive from the employment and deployment of PNP units and elements by reasons of suspension by the President, are we in effect leaving our provincial, city, or municipal police directors in their respective commands without complementary support? Madam Speaker, distinguished colleagues, this is the situation that does not speak well of campaign to combat lawlessness. This representation fully supports the ongoing war on drugs and campaign against lawlessness by individuals and groups who continue to defy the rule of law, spread chaos, and derail the people's economic development and peace efforts. However, it is without doubt that lawlessness is not only about eradicating the menace that drug addiction brings about, but rather we should also zero in on acts of terrorism continuously being carried out with impunity. Investigation of these acts are also continuously carried out, but in many instances are not followed up because our conscious interests are brought to a halt as soon as the victim were laid to rest. As former local chief executive, I voiced this view to re-echo the sentiments of many of our local government officials who are at the front lines of government's campaign to put a stop to these acts of lawlessness, apprehend the perpetrators, and give justice to the victims. If the state is able to meet the needs to effectively campaign for the eradication of illegal drugs, I am sure, Madam Speaker, that the same can be done to combat terrorism at its roots. We cannot toast to the success of campaign against illegal drugs at the expense of other efforts to combat other forms of lawlessness. Thus, the need for strong partnerships with local chief executives and the political subdivisions on the ground, no other than the local government units. These representations unwavering belief that now is the right time for us to show unity and not divisiveness, because every life and future is at stake. And when the enemies of the state see us rising as one, then we have already won half of the battle. Confusion cannot be allowed to rear its ugly head, and leadership must be felt, seen, and perceived as genuine, solid, and true, not by words, but by character. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and God bless the Republic of the Philippines.
Thank you, Representative Acharon. Majority Floor Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that the speech of the Honorable Pedro Acharon of the 1st District of South Cotabato be referred to the Committee on Rules for its appropriate action.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move to recognize the guests in the gallery, the guest of Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez, the members of the British Parliament representing the British group of the Inter-Parliamentary Union led by Sir
Please
David
rise.
Ames.
Please stand up.
The other members of the delegation are Mark Pritchard, Virendra Sharma, Ayan Paisley, the Lord Rogan of Ivarg, the Baroness Hopper. The delegation is accompanied by Mr. Rob Contractor and Miss Emily Davis.
Welcome to the House of Representatives.
I also would like to move to recognize the guest of the Honorable Representative Yeda Marie Romualdez of the 1st District of Leyte that are here at the plenary, Miss Sandra Tan and Miss Shirley Go.
Please stand up. Welcome to the House of Representatives.
Madam Speaker, I move that we suspend the privilege hour.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move to call the roll of members.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to call the roll of members.
Roll call of members, honorable representatives. Abad, Abaya, Abayon, Abellanosa, Abu, Abueg, Acharon, Akop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Agaraw, Agabaw, Aglipay Bilyar, Akbar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte Nagiat, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Barsaga, Batawil, Batucabe, Bautista Bandigan, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertiz, Biason, Billones,